Hi, this is the 13th Wolfman. This is another top 5. This top 5 is going to be the top five foreign horror films. Now there's going to be rules to this, people. If you are in the UK, you can't use other countries that are in the UK. Okay? So if you're in England, you can't use a horror film that came out of Wales or Northern Ireland or something like that. Just like for North America, if you're from Canada or the United States, you can't use Canada if you're from the United States, and you can't use the United States if you're from Canada. It makes it too easy. I want you all to actually have to venture out. You know, if you're in England, use Italy or France or Hungary or Japan or whatever for your top 5. But if you're in the UK, you can use America because you got to cross a pond to get here. I mean, I'm all for that. I hope this is very well explained. I'm just trying to make it more interesting, so that that's harder on you as much as it is on me. So my top 5 foreign horror films. That's right. Coming in at number 5. Number 5 is Wolf Creek, coming out of Australia. I really dug this movie. The second time around, I really dug it. The first time around, I just wasn't quite too sure what to think of it. I wasn't all that impressed, but watched it again a few years later. Liked it. So that would be my number 5. Coming in at number 4 would be, actually, I just picked the movie up, Circus of Fear. I remember watching this movie as a kid, and I love Christopher Lee films. Plus, it has Klaus Kinski in it, and so that's got to be my number 4. I just remember everything that goes on in this movie, and how they rob a place, and a police inspector is on the verge of figuring out who did it, and he gets mixed up with this crazy circus, and so that's my number 4. It's a really weird film, but it's a really cool film to watch. My number 3. Let's see. Number 3 would be, just doing this off the top of my head right now. Usually I got it written down, and but number 3. Number 3 would be Deep Red by Dario Argento. And Deep Red was a very, very cool movie. I really like Argento's films, but I have to agree with Mattia the Dead. Argento is and can be hit and miss. He'll do a really great film like Suspiria or Inferno or Cat o' Nine Tails and Deep Red, but he might miss every now and then. So he is a master at what he does, but I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say that he does. It's hard to say that he's hit and miss and then say he's a master, but I don't know. He just seems to miss every now and then. Even though, I mean, when it comes to color and it comes to just the way he presents the movie, a lot of times it's very appealing to the eye, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So that's number 3, Deep Red. Number 2 would be the Horror of Dracula, the 1958 Hammer, another Christopher Lee film. Look at this. I just can't get away from the guy. It's the Hammer remake of the classic Dracula film. I like the title, The Horror of Dracula. I thought that was kind of cool the way they did that, just to make themselves a little bit different than the Universal film. They didn't want to confuse everybody just putting Dracula out there. Oh no, this is just another Bela Lugosi film. So The Horror of Dracula is actually a catchy title, and I think there were 9 Dracula films starring Christopher Lee in the Hammer series, and that's just crazy. I mean, Dracula and His Brides, Dracula's Risen from the Grave, Dracula 1972 AD, Taste the Blood of Dracula, The Satanic Rites of Dracula. I'm missing one. I know I'm missing one. Just kicking myself right now. But yeah, so that's number 2. And coming in at number 1, Suspiria. And it's a tie. That's right. Suspiria and Black Sunday by Mario Bava. I'm sorry, I just can't decide between the two of them. So I'm going to have to do this the one time I ever do this. I'm making a tie at number 1. I love Bava films. Bava just, he's hit every note just perfect. You know, I mean, he started out as a special effects person, and then went into actually making films. So he kind of knew what to do to make certain special effects pop. You know, the way he shoots in black and white, it just looks great. It has a very Hitchcock look to it, even though the stories aren't Hitchcock-esque. And Argento's Suspiria. I mean, who could say anything bad about this film? It's the first of the Three Mothers trilogy. I still need to get the other two, Mother of Tears and Inferno. Inferno. I just love the way Argento, as much as I love Bava for his black and white, I love Argento for his color. Argento just loves to splash color, and it gets right in your face. It's right there. It's just attacking the iris, you know. And so that's my top 5. Now it's time for you to tell me what your top 5 is. Please comment. Please video respond. Everything's accepted, as long as it has to do with the top 5. You know. Other than that, have a good night. This is the 13th Wolfman. I'm on the prowl.